ASMR Koffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Koffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Raw, and today we're reviewing Broken Skull Sessions Season 1, Episode 16, Charles Wright, the Godfather. Cool little episode here, man. We get an hour and a half of Charles Wright, the Godfather, going over his WWE career. And the way he takes it with Stone Cold, man, they're just two old drinking buddies that just have been around the block, been around the horn a few times, just going over old war stories. I mean, they were there from the late 80s to the 90s, to the late 90s, early 2000s, so they were there for the heyday. But, you know, Charles and Godfather just is, he talks about how he's 60, turning 60 this year, and he looks great. Looks like he's ready to rock and roll for a man 40 years old, you know? I mean, just looks incredible. And we go over a lot of his career, all the way from training and coming in as a biker kind of guy, you know, and then doing the Soul Taker gimmick. He trained at the Monster Factory, and then the Jeff Jarrett's of the world come calling, where he comes to the Memphis territory with Jerry Lawler, and he's Soul Taker, and he beats Jerry Lawler first night in to win the championship. Just super crazy stuff here, man. And as he goes over, you realize how many gimmicks this guy has had as he comes in as Papa Shango, which is very cool. I know people kind of laugh at it now, but at the time, Papa Shango to me was super over. I'm a kid at the time, maybe 7, maybe, and at the time I thought it was working. You're beating up somebody like Ultimate Warrior, it's kind of crazy, who had just beaten Hulk Hogan recently. And then, from Soul Taker, we go to Papa Shango, like I said, and then after that, he's kind of unhappy, comes back as Kama Mustafa, who's, this fighting machine, kick any man's ass. That's what it was supposed to originally be. They let him drive a Harley. I didn't really see the Harley in it, though. Becomes friends with Undertaker, BSK, just real big friendship there. And then from there, they get moved on to The Nation. And when he's in The Nation, they're, got the thing going. He's with D'Lo. He's with Ron Simmons. They say, hey, we're going to put The Rock over. I'm going to make him a heel. And when I finally turn him, he's going to be the biggest thing in wrestling that anyone has ever seen. That's what Vince told Charles Wright at the time. So it's super crazy that even Vince knew even back then, when he was still Rocky Maivia, that he knew he was going to be the guy. Blue Chipper. And then, we get the stories of just him putting Ron Simmons over, him putting The Rock over. But he says, a lot of the stuff that Rock was saying was from Ron Simmons. And, a lot of people know. And he had the opportunity one time to jump to WCW. But, Ron told him, you wouldn't like it down there, man. Those boys from the South are something different, And Virgil actually takes a spot. So a couple Virgil shots are in there. But it's him and Stone Cold just going over good memories. They tell the other side of the story when they were in the ice. Undertaker tells that story on that he drove them all the way back, and they had maybe 30 minutes left to go on this drive. And Charles Wright, Godfather's like, let me drive my car. I got it. He said it gets about 15 feet and right into the ravine because he doesn't know how to drive in it. It's just crazy stories. They trade some Yoko stories because he's a country boy. Apparently he's like, more into like country music. And one time he's driving Yoko, and Yoko gets the cassette out of there, throws it out, and says, man, don't you know you black? Because I guess Yoko was like, obviously we know he's into rap, but he was like a rapper. So just crazy stuff here, man. They go over the Godfather gimmick, which is pretty much just him. How his wife really helped him put up with it, and that he wanted to be a heel, and his wife's like, no, you're a babyface. Let's let this babyface thing work. Oh, actually, they show. I always forget about these old pictures when Papa Shango was going to come back right before the Nation thing, which was pretty crazy. It was more evil. I really think that could have gotten over too. But we get the Godfather, which had the hoe trains, and which was really good. Charles Wright's a big fucking boy, man. I think that guy could have gone farther, but it turned into the Good Father, which didn't really pan out for him. But he's doing well. He's doing the cannabis thing. He's smoking, and which he says, man, it keeps him off the prescription drugs, slows his drinking down a lot. And I can't be mad at that. He says he's not on any prescription pills at all. He looks great. He's 60 years old, So just good stuff to see Charles Wright. He's got the CBD thing going that's going to be in production soon. So I'm happy for him, man. A good episode here. Hour and a half. Perfect time. But let me know what you guys think about it, man. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe. And if you like what you're watching, then hop in the Koffin. Follow us on social media at Koffin Radio. Koffin spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Koffin Radio.